Hello, everyone. My name is MightyStream, and I'm going to do your May the 1st spiritual principle a day in a meditation. If you need to reach me, feel free to do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. The title of today's meditation, let's see, I can barely see it. The title of today's meditation, Service as an Expression of Love and Gratitude. Service changes our relationship to our own lives. We learn to put love and gratitude into action. And when we mobilize our good feelings, they have a way of spreading through all our affairs. That comes from the Living Clean book, chapter 7, Being of Service. The basic text tells us that we can only keep what we have by giving it away. That's as true for us as individuals as it is for NA as a whole. When we share our experience with new members, we're reminded where we came from and exactly how far we've come. We don't need loads of clean time to start reaping the benefits of service. One member recalled, "My sponsor taught me to carry a pen to every meeting so that I could give my phone number to newcomers." I asked, "But aren't I still a newcomer?" And was reminded that I have 30 more days than the person that just walked in the door. Reflecting on service in early recovery, another member shared, "I was making more than just coffee. I was making friends and beginning to feel a part of my home group." We gain a sense of belonging as we give of ourselves. It feels good, and we want more. We put love and gratitude into action as we serve. We focus on carrying the message and let the other details in life, in meetings, in our heads sort themselves out in their own time. A shared commitment to service helps us to hear each other and to choose to believe that we're all doing our best. We love and therefore serve NA, even when we disagree about the best way to go about it. We contribute to the lively and loving atmosphere of recovery in our meetings and participate in the countless incognito efforts that make this thing work. We arrive at meetings early to welcome each new face, or stay late to clean up and put away chairs. Each of these actions expresses our gratitude. We bring this mindset with us into the world outside NA. We recognize our capacity to help others and know that it feels good to do good. We get some freedom from self-obsession and the opportunity to practice loving kindness in our affairs. We gain a sense of fulfillment as we engage in acts of service inside and outside Narcotics Anonymous. I will express love and gratitude by serving the greater good. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Service as an expression of love and gratitude. And as I was saying in the Just for Today meditation for May 1st, is that regardless to the requirement for clean time, regardless to the clean time requirement for service, that's what I mean to say. Regardless to that, an individual can still participate in being of service. As it states here in this meditation, that at the very last sentence here, we gain a sense of fulfillment as we engage in acts of service inside and outside Narcotics Anonymous. So when we begin to come into our right minds, we're no longer using drugs anymore. There's a tendency to have idle time, free time. And sometimes if we don't fill that time up with something productive, positive, we might begin to dwell on how things used to be and start thinking to ourselves, oh, I had a lot more fun when I was using, right? All I do now is make meetings and talk to my sponsor every day. And yeah, so boring. Well, it's not that it's boring as much as it is peaceful. See, for me personally, I no longer had to worry about what scenario, what story I was telling, what image I was trying to create. I didn't have to worry about trying to make sure my T's were crossed and my I's were dotted anymore. And which story did I tell to which person, and making sure those two people never realized that I was not being truthful with them, that I was using them and manipulating them and using them to get what I felt I wanted, which would obviously be one more on their dime and not mine. Obviously, one more. I don't have to do that anymore. And the chaos and the anxiety that was created from living that lie, living that life, is not as prevalent today anymore. Do I get some anxiety? Absolutely, but nothing like the type of stress I was under when I was using. And the peace that I feel, I no longer question whether or not it's real. I know it's real. I no longer worry about whether or not any two people are going to find out my truth, because I tell my truth when I meet two people, right? Meaning I tell my truth regardless to who I'm dealing with. So if someone says something that I said, I pretty much know if that's me or not, if that's the truth or not, because I don't have anything that I'm trying to hide today. In fact, I'm pretty well known for sharing, honestly, regardless to who's in the room. So I don't have anything to hide. Now, if you tell me that I told you that I never had shoes when I was growing up and I never went to the dentist ever, I would know you're lying. I didn't tell you that. I had expensive shoes growing up, actually, because I had a very strange set of feet, right? Unusually slender, skinny feet and long. So everything that I wore was special order. And my mother believed in leather, right? So she spent a lot of money on these awkward looking shoes to make sure that my foot was taken care of. And we went to the dentist every 6 months. That's my story. That's who I am. So if someone brings something else to me today, I'm not worried about did I or didn't I say that. I know who I am today. And I have the peace that comes with recovery today. I don't confuse it with boredom. That's the point. I don't confuse it with boredom. It's called peace. And so there's a tendency when you're new to confuse boredom in peace. But what you can do with the peace is allow yourself to start using the principles of goodwill and service, serving for the greater good, using those spiritual principles in your life early, and start participating in giving back to a society that we all took from and making it a better place. Not only just in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, but outside of the room. And service becomes all of a sudden something that a person wants to do. Not only that they want to do, they're passionate about it. And they do it in an excellent manner. They do it with an excellent spirit. Because they can look back like I can look back, right? The story I just told you about knowing, the difference between boredom and peace, and not having to run circles around myself anymore, trying to figure out what story I told to who to get what I wanted. I don't live that life anymore. The circles that I run today are within the bounds of recovery. They're with people that I care about. And you're one of those people. Yep, you're one of those people. If you're listening, you're the reason why I keep showing up day after day after day. Good health, bad health, covering the meditations with you. Because for some people, my voice is the most interaction they're going to get today with another human being in recovery. Now, not to say that tomorrow they won't go to a meeting, right? But I understand that this is fellowshipping and this does serve the greater good. And it's because of you that I continue to show up. I hope this meditation makes sense to you. And I hope that you walk away from this meditation today mindful of how different your life is today compared to the craziness of using, and that you appreciate the peace that you have today compared to the chaos that you lived and caused when you were using. And if by chance you see that there's still some chaos going on and man, you're not using, but the stuff that is going on in your life, you feel like I might as well be using. It's not really that different. Then really all you need to do is get back to basics and get to the steps and start working them with a sponsor. And change will come. I guarantee you. Start serving others. Change will come. I believe in you and I have faith in you. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. My name is Mighty Stream, and I've enjoyed talking to you today. I'm going to have a beautiful day, and I want for you to have a beautiful day as well on purpose. Talk to you soon.